Hello adventurers and welcome back to Oblivion Modded. As always, we are with our Imperial. And we are heading for Miscarcand, which Miscarcand is over here. Now, a few announcements before we get into this. Thank you to everyone that comes out to the streams on both the YouTube side and the Twitch side. Reminder, they're every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST. It used to be 5 p.m. EST. They're 6 p.m. EST for the foreseeable future, as well as whatever time on Saturday I decide to do it if I do stream. If I do not stream, usually you can find out that over on either my Blue Sky or on my X account, X or Twitter, as it used to be called. Beyond that, have code down in the description of this video for 10% off your order at w.gg. Code is Raviel Pollif, RAVIEL POLLIF. You get 10% off your order, and every so many orders gets me a little bit of money back. It gets me a little bit of money, so yeah. Thank you to everyone. Also, thank you to anyone that looks at the throne page. I have gotten notifications before that says that people are looking at it. Considering I don't look at it too much, means you guys, either you guys are or my Twitch audience is. Thank you for looking at it. If you ever want to buy something, you do not have to buy what is on the throne. You can always buy something random and have it as a surprise gift. Or you can just look and then come back later if you want to. You do not have to buy anything. But anyways, let's head off to Miscarcand. We're going to go to Skingrad and go from there. And we have to walk the entire way, so it's not like it's going to do anything. Probably should have been already walking, but oh well. We got a full charged of our Moon Shard. We've got our shield, which... Thing is, it's weird, because the shield should be actively worse in my head than... it should be worse than certain things. Yeah, if you notice, there are a lot of Oblivion gates over here. This, I believe it's this one right here. Yeah, that one is the one that, if we were to actually do the Skingrad Crest, I'm pretty sure that's the one they would tell us to come destroy. Or it's that one, I'm not sure. Both are pretty close. Or there might be another one that's on the other side of Skingrad. All of them have at least like 2 or 3 Oblivion gates near them around this time. There are way too many. Like, I will say this now. If I decided to go do this, it would be on Remastered. I'd probably go around just trying to destroy all the Oblivion gates for fun. But, or I would do it on a normal Oblivion playthrough where everything would be... Why does everything feel like this? Did this get... I think that got jury-rigged down again. I think the volume and stuff got jury-rigged down. Where is something that's attacking? Probably should have just used a fireball spell, but oh well. I forgot to grab that while I was in the Imperial City. I was going to grab just a generic stone and then just duplicate the living crap out of it. But, you know what? If we find a Varla stone, I'm going to duplicate the ever-living crud out of it. I'll save before I attempt it. That way, if it works, it works. If it doesn't and it crashes my game because I spawned too many Varla stones, well, we know what happened. But Miscarcand. So this is the main, as Joffrey said before, which, okay, that music's a little loud. Not that far down, jeez. As Joffrey said before, it is infested with, as Joffrey and Martin said, it is full of undead. So we have to be wary, and that's also why this sword is going to be, you know, killer. At least it's supposed to be. Like I said, a few of the mods on this have changed a lot of what's in places. The fact of spiders being in places was one of the... that was a big shock. This place might actually have some differing enemies. Why is there a goblin? Flame elemental. Every time. A steel mace. Okay. This is weird. Undead down there. Not attacking a goblin that's off to the side. I'm gonna summon this to cover my rear. Okay, so there's an iron gate here. 2 goblins down there. My flame Atronak is no more. That is a nice try. Zombie Guardian. Nope. A Dwarven Wakizashi. Steel Dagger, okay. Welkynd Stones, those are used primarily for magic. Okay, so this is the entrance hall area. There's the Undead Knight. I find this super hilarious because I have no idea where they went. Okay. Potion of sorcery. A worn poignard. I am out of hammers. See, this is why I should have worked up more on the armor. Should have worked it up faster. Away with you. But yeah. Iron Kodachi. Okay. Alright, so the goblin came from this direction. Helmet of the Scout and a base ring of block. No thank you. I'm going to assume that opened the door over here. Yep. Alright. Oh, cause yeah. This dungeon hasn't been changed to my knowledge. I don't think any of the mods changed the layouts of the dungeons. They just changed the enemy comp. If there are anything other than undead in here, I'm gonna have such a hassle. Of course, why is there more goblins? Okay, that I can deal with. Go away, you. What do you have? A black wooden staff. That is a peril? Alright. Okay, I thought the sword might be... I was hoping... I still haven't seen anything of a Varla stone yet. Varla stone, perfect. Alright, so first thing we're going to do before we continue is we're going to go over here. Or we're going to stay in the light a little bit so we can see these. And we are going to drop about 172 of, or drop about 150 of these. 152. And then we are going to use the 20 we have left to duplicate Varla stones. And then pick back up our scrolls. There we go. I mean, we're going to be using one here in a second anyway, so... I mean, we only need 9, roughly. But... whoever said we didn't need more? I love that Flame Atronek is my fresh summon every time. Just like freshly summon. Freshly summon. Dwarven boots, water breathing, gold. Blinding flashes of light. Nope. Run, Dark Alpha Zombie, run. Summon a new one. Flashbang. Man, there are gonna be so many flashbangs. I am sorry about all this. I did not know this sword did flashbangs. Or, well, flashes. If you have epilepsy, I am sorry. I should probably put warnings before a lot of these videos. Yeah, I didn't even think about epilepsy warnings. Whoa. I probably should have thought of that sooner. Especially with how long I've had this sword. Yeah, there's just... Now that was an automatic casting of a spell. That was not my sword deciding to try a seizure procedure. Seizure procedure. Now that was my sword trying that. enchanted item is now no longer have... Enchanted item is now back to full. Not full health, but full enchant at least. And there, in the center, is the Great Welkynd Stone of Miscarcand. And we're just going to pop those. Pop that fiery boy right there, and go for it. I should have probably put up a warning, but you know what? Yeah. Oh, whoa! What happened? What? No, that's a legitimate. What happened? I wasn't paying attention. My health dropped, but I thought I was fine. It wouldn't have been a backlash from all the potions I drank, has it? Well, warning now, when I get to the King of Miscarcand, I'm gonna do that again. I don't even know why I started to go down this way. Reminder, the exact words are, yes, this is happening here in a second. Alright, where is the king? There he is. Okay, my health is dropping rapidly. He did something. I don't think it was his Staff of Thunderbolts, but... who knows? I'm not kidding on the who knows part, because I genuinely don't know what happened there. I'm assuming the King of Miscarcand has some kind of spell that once he dies, it activates and starts sapping your health. Maybe it is a lich. Maybe it's a sap health to revive him kind of situation, which usually would which just is meant to, if you're low enough level, kill the player. Which in that case, it did kill me. Good thing this isn't like a Nuzlocke or anything. Man, Pokemon Nuzlocke, or an Elder Scroll... How would you do that? Like, if you wanted to apply Nuzlocke rules to an Elder Scrolls game. Okay, Dwarven Daikatana, Rugged Cuirass. An enchanted, maybe like... I'm assuming that's either just a basic iron, or that's maybe like a rusted iron gear set. But even with the one hiccup of a death, we made it out of there. With not only the Great Welkynd Stone in hand, but also we made it out of there with a crud ton of Arla stones that after a while we're going to be able to duplicate these out the wazoo. We'll just drink 4 potions of feather to get us back up to 490. Because see, that's what I'm meaning though. If we could do potions of fortify strength, just duplicate a bunch of those, it'd be great. Because fortify strength does the same thing of carry weight, but it would also allow us to attack harder.
With all due respect, sire, there must be a...
You're back.
I said I'd get it.
You did. I can count on you.
Here's the Great Welkynd Stone, so why do you have on the armor?
I never thought to see a Great Welkynd Stone. It's beautiful, as all the old tales tell.
Yes, it is.
But of course, its beauty is a mask for its deadly power, like everything crafted by the aliens. Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Miscarcand's realm.
What is this last item?
I should have seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the Great Welkynd Stone, just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkynd Stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are sigil stones, which are used to hold open Oblivion gates. A great sigil stone, then, is what we require.
Okay, what's the catch?
I'm not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it. Great sigil stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma.
So you're saying we let them open the gate?
We weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to attack Bruma.
I mean, yeah, you'll be safe up here, though.
I'll lead
Excuse
the
you?
defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one.
It's risky, Martin.
Remember when we first met in Kvatch? I told you that I didn't want any part of the God's plan. I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that we act, that we do what's right when confronted with evil. That's what you did at Kvatch. It wasn't the gods that saved us, it was you. Were you acting for the gods? Please, my friend, I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can I'm afraid she may take a... Good. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for the Council of War. That seems a fit...
Alright, so he's wanting to... Joffrey?
What is it?
Battle plans?
Martin has made his decision.
Alright, as long as you stand beside him.
May your sword always strike true.
Alright. So one last thing before we go. This isn't to do with Joffrey or any of that either. This is something I want to go check. There is a location down here. It is known as Dunbarrow Cave. I want to go check something. Because there is an NPC that's not meant to be in Oblivion. And in Oblivion... what is it? In the Oblivion Remastered, they're in Dunbarrow. They're in Dunbarrow. And if they get out, it makes it to where if you fast travel to Dunbarrow, it crashes. Consistently crashes. So I want to see if that NPC is here. I'm also seeing if there's an Oblivion Gate here. Because there is an Oblivion Gate here. I know that, unlike Undead, I really wish that Katana had actually done more on him, but... Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's really fun. I can't heal via potions. Yeah. So, in Remastered, there's actually an Oblivion Gate not far from here. Dunbarrow also looks a lot... I'll say it looks a lot better in... Like, this area looks a lot better, but this also might be the influence of... This could be the influence of the mods. But yes, this is the Pirate's Cave. There are steel cutlasses here. And normally you're meant to clear this place. Oh. No, you still have to clear this out. You have to make it your own. I don't want to particularly have to make it my own just yet. So we may hold that off. Oh, shoot. The enemy hasn't walked out yet, so... I mean, I'm also going to fix my sword, because it... Alright. I don't hear anything. But anyways, that is where we will call it. I know. I was going to check Dunbarrow, but I'm going to try to get away from this enemy as quick as I can. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe out there, adventurers.